Hey guys, it's Sam, and today I'm going to be doing the furry friend tag. Now, this wasn't necessarily created by anybody, I couldn't find it. General YouTube tags aren't as easy to follow as booktube tags because no one posts the questions in their description box. No one credits the original creator of things. I just ended up Googling and finding these questions, but it was just on a random website that's specifically for YouTube tags. It's a bizarre world in the general YouTube realm, but these are just a quick set of questions about your pets. So I'm going to do this kind of sort of out of order because I have 4 cats and a dog. Because I'm a crazy person. So I want to show them to you, and I'll talk about some other things while I'm holding them as I collect them, and then talk about some of the things when they're not in my lap. Because some of the cats are going to be fine with chilling in my lap, and some of them aren't, and they're also going to be like, I'm not supposed to be in the office, and they'll be really nervous. So yeah, but I want to show them to you, obviously, because they're super cute. So I'm going to talk about these questions in, like, I'm just going to talk about everything, but the questions will be linked down below as far as what I'm going to be discussing, but I'm just going to say all the main things when I'm holding them. You'll get it as I go through. It's not complicated. So the first kitty is my kitty, and this is Binky. And he is about 3 years old, and we adopted him from a rescue, and he's so sweet. We got him as a kitten. He's our only one we got as a small kitten, and he's my baby. This is my boy. He is so super affectionate to me. He's affectionate to both of us, but he's more affectionate to me, and he's a stinker, and he has a personality just like me. He probably has his straight eyebrows on, because he's like, why are you doing this to me? But he is named after Binks. Thackeray Binks from Hocus Pocus, even though he's not a black cat, but he just has the perfect little personality, and I love him so. And as far as his nicknames, his official nickname is Noodle, because he sits in the weirdest positions and contorts his little kitty body like a noodle. He's like a limp, soggy noodle. Both of our boy cats we call like Dude and Duda, and Mr. Man, this is my man. That's how I talk to my kitties and my dog and everything, that kind of voice. So you're gonna be hearing that voice a lot in this video, get used to it. But this is my man. And he's grump and he's bad. He's the bad one. But the reason we got him in the first place is because you can hold him like a baby and he like doesn't care. He'll just chill. He's like, why am I in here? Why am I allowed to be in here? But he's the one that like will cry for me, and when I come home from like a vacation or like a trip or something, he'll look at me with his straight eyebrows and he like won't come near me because he's like mad at me. And then he'll like sort of come near me and be like, I love you. And he's so super affectionate, and he has the cutest little cry in the world. Like, when he's trying to get your attention, he's so sweet. But he's the big man in charge. He is like in charge of all the other ones. He keeps all the other ones in line, and he gets along with all the animals in the house. Not all the animals necessarily get along. They don't like fight, but they just like don't necessarily like each other that much, or they kind of avoid each other. He gets along with everybody, and he like, if there is some kind of like tussle going on, he gets in there and he's like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Stop it, you know? So he's my man, he my boy. And he loves me the most. He's always been the most snuggle with me, and he used to have the biggest ears when he was a kitten, and he's just the best. Noodle, the nudes. So yeah, we call him Noodle, or Nudes for short, or Nudesies. We have a lot of kitty nicknames. And we've had him almost 3 years now. It'll be 3 years this year in like May. He my man. He's the best. He's the best kitty in the whole wide world. He's the best kitty in the whole wide world. This guy's being a big old grump pants and wouldn't let me pick him up. So I have to show you in the shitty lighting why you like that. It's probably all yellow, you can probably barely see him. But this is Kai Kai. He's our chubba chunk. See how chunky he is? And we got him a couple years ago. He just showed up on our back porch as a stray and demanded to be let in the house, and he's been inside ever since. He is my chubby boy. So his name is Kai. His nickname is Kai Guy, also Owl Bear, because we feel like he looks like a bear cub, but also an owl because of his big eyes. And he's the one that we usually end up calling Duder more than anybody. Duda is how we say it, obviously. Da Duda Dude. Da Duda Duda Dude. Duda Dude. Doo-da, 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 dude. That's his theme song. Yeah, Chunkachu, I mean, really anything about his body weight is what we refer to him as, but he's our big man, and he's a little bit of a grouchy pouch, so he's like, why are you talking about me? He wouldn't let me pick it up for some reason, because he was just feeling grouchy, but he picks on the 2 girl cats, but he's not allowed to pick on the kitten, who I'll show you soon, because she doesn't let him, because she has front claws. My other cat doesn't, because she got declawed before I got her, which is really sad. But he's a little grumpy baby sometimes, which is just kind of funny because it's funny that he's so moody. He's moody like a human sometimes. And he's our chubba. But we've had him almost as long as Noodle. We got him like maybe 6 months after Noodle, probably. Noodle was full size, but we got him about 6 months after that. And he's a dude. He's super lovey. He loves to head bop. and give like hugs like that, but he does not let you trim his claws at all, so sometimes it's a little precarious if you're like holding him or something. Oh, really? You mad at me? You mad at me? I'm sorry. Don't be mad. Grump. You're a grump. This is the newest baby. This is Autumn. She's another stray who followed us home. She ended up being a neighbor's cat, had kittens, and they were letting her like be indoor, outdoor and stuff, but we didn't want that to happen to her, and she's so super sweet and lovey. Now that she's in the house, she's more lovey to Gerald, like by a ton. Like she sits on his lap, which is super not fair. She just woke up, which is why she's probably just letting me hold her like this. Otherwise she'd be like, no. So she like loves him way more, and it's not fair. But she's a little torty. She's probably maybe 8 months or a little less than that, but she's a little baby girl, and we call her obviously Autumn, Autumn Bottom, Torty-tude, because torties have a little torty attitude, and torty is the kind of coloring she is. And she has a total torty-tude. She's a tot-tot. She's a little torty-tude. So we don't know obviously a ton about her because we haven't had her very long, but she is super sweet, and she's getting more lovey with me as time goes on, because like I was the one that brought her in the house, but she likes Gerald a little bit more right now. But that will change. That will change. He's a sweet torty. And her torty-tude. We call her Kitten Bitten and Little Bit. We call her Little Bit a lot, but it's usually Autumn, Autumn Bottom, and Torty-tude. She's a little twat. Little Torty-tude. She's sweet, baby. You're sweet, baby. Wanna go back on your nappies? Alright. And then this is Tow's. This is the dog, obviously, so she'll be able to sit with me like the rest of the video, so you'll see her. But this is Tow's. This is Tally. And yes, she is named after the Mass Effect character of the same name, and she is a 1.5-year-old, and we got her from a rescue, from a puppy rescue who rescues puppies down in like the south of the United States and brings them up here because they have a larger kill rate down in the shelters in the south, so they bring them up to like the northern part of the United States and the East Coast and save them. So we got her from a little like foster home, and she's so sweet. She is a mutt of some kind. We think that there's Cavalier King Charles in here, and some other maybe like Spaniels, and maybe like Jack Russell. She's the perfect little mix, and she's so sweet, just like the sweetest little baby. That's why she's sitting on my lap like this, but she's so good. She's about 25 pounds, and just, oh, just the sweetest little baby. She's like, why am I in here? I'm not allowed in here. We have about 1,000 different nicknames for her, so we call her Tally, Tally Vals, Tally Valley, Pup, Puppa-Dup, Duppas, because I call dogs Dup-Dups, because that got shortened from Puppa-Dup, and I just call them Dup-Dup, and we usually say it like Dip-Dip, and I have a theory that when dogs are walking, their little cute dog walks, in their head they're going Dup-Dup-Dup-Dup-Dup-Dup-Dup-Dup. It's a scientific theory. So we call her about a million things in the world. Stinky Breath, because she has super stinky breath. Basically anything, but like Tally, Tallybows, Tow's, Puppa-Dip, Dip Dip. Those are like the biggest ones. I'm trying to like go through like everything we say, but she is the sweetest baby. So cuddly and wants to be where the people are all the time. Like follows you around room to room. Needs to usually be touching either myself or Gerald with her body. Sleeps in the bed where she's touching both of us because she loves us so much. If we leave, she cries. She's a little bit codependent. It's probably not healthy, but we love her. And spoiled rotten. She's spoiled. We're really excited to be going home and seeing Grandma and Grandpa. I can't like have her around and not talk to her like that, but she is the super best. And then the last cat I can't get right now, and that is the cat that I've had the longest, and that's Spoon, or actually her name is Kit. But I inherited like through a long line of having cats. So she was a kitten that someone had, that a friend's friend had, and that one was older and she passed away, and then my friend's aunt kind of inherited her because she knew her from her church. And then my friend had her, and when my friend and I, Amanda, who you've seen a million times before, when we moved into a house together, she brought the cat, and that was like our cat, and then I kept the cat since then. So like we would move and we would usually take the cat with us, and then when I moved out, that wasn't living with Amanda, I took the cat. So Kit, her name originally when she was a kitten was Miss Kitty, so we just called her Kit. And then when Gerald and I started dating, we started calling her Spoon because she'd sleep with us as the littlest spoon, you know? So cute. So she's about 7, we think, estimation, because we don't know how like old she was when we first got her. She was full grown, but we don't know if she was like a year or 2 years or what she was. And all the cats are like American Shorthairs, obviously. And she is super sweet, but she was declawed by that older woman, so she gets a little bit more picked on by the other animals. Tally just tries to play with her. Like, no one ever hurts her. and Noodle, thank you baby, and Noodle and her play, but the other cats like sort of pick on her, I think, which is kind of sad because we're like, she's gonna have a heart attack, so we just kind of sometimes seclude her away from the other ones because she gets so upset. But she's super pretty and super snuggly and super sweet. She's my original baby. She's the reason we even have cats. She made Gerald fall in love with cats and then eventually warm up to dogs because he never liked dogs either. Now he like loves all of them a ton. You would never have known that at one point he didn't like animals. So that's all the animals. One of the questions is, what are some quirky things about your animal's personality? I think I've mentioned basically all of it. Kai is a chunk-a-monk. They're all munkers, so we call the cats munkers or her a munker when they're like scrounging around for food. They're all monks. And like I said, Tally's like codependent. They're great. One of the questions is, what does your relationship with your pet mean to you? Which I think is a funny question because like anyone who's doing this tag obviously like loves their animals a super ton. And my pets are my family. My pets are my babies. And some people feel like that's inappropriate, and I like to tell those people to fuck off. Pets have always been members of the family. In my family, from when I was growing up to when all of my like aunts and uncles had animals to like currently, like that's just the way it is. And I can't imagine it like any other way. I can't imagine just having it like, oh, they're a pet, they're different. Like, no, they're members of your family. Like, I love them. Like, they're with you all the time. They're with you when like nobody else would be. Like, Noodle sat with me a lot when I was sick, and Tally we got after I got better because I said when I was sick that I wanted a dog. Like, I was going to beat cancer and we were going to get a puppy, and Gerald agreed to that. So she's my cancer puppy. And like, you know, if you're not feeling well, like they're there and they're just like, they are so excited to see you. Like, all the things people always say about animals. Like, animals are the best, and I can't imagine not treating them like family. So yeah, those are the up close and personals with my pets. A lot of you follow me on Snapchat and see my pets on a pretty regular basis, so if you want to do that, you can. I snap them a lot, being all cute and wonderful. Tally gets dressed up a lot too. Obviously she has a Christmas collar on right now, and we put her in like sweaters and stuff when it's weather appropriate. We don't try to like hurt her, poor baby, but she gets like raincoats and rain boots and stuff like that. So if you guys like seeing stuff like that, check it out. And the cats show up on there as well, and you probably get to see Spoon maybe sometimes on there. But comment down below and talk to me about your animals and how much you love them, and like send me pictures on Twitter and stuff, because I love my babies so much, and I love animals so much. And you guys wanted to hear a little bit more about them when I asked about Vlogmas topics on Twitter, so this is that. I'm glad you could meet the babies. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!